All right, Lyndon. Tell me about yourself.
All right, my name is Lyndon Robinson. I'm 30 years old, born and raised in Tampa, Florida. Currently, I'm homeless now due to some of my actions, but it will get better. I do have faith in God, you know. I made mistakes in life, but I'm working on them. I have character defects. Basically, born and raised in Tampa, Florida, 30, have two kids, and basically trying to get another job. I decided to leave my job over paperwork. My boss didn't want to give me information for my W-2 or anything. And I don't like working under the table. I like on top of the table. So this was a blessing to be here right now, for me to have a place in between the times. Yeah. So I was just working at Dealer Recon, detailing cars for 2 years. Before then, the Tampa Club, the Armature Works. Um, I do have a habit that kind of hinders me that I'm trying to stop. I started doing drugs. See, I started drugs at about 15. I'm now 30. About 15 years I've been doing it. And basically, I was out here looking for help. You know, I'm still learning stuff about myself. And I do believe it's faith at the end of the tunnel. So my drug of choice is crack cocaine and spice. It's a day-to-day battle. Every day I wake up and say, I'm not going to do this. The real test is when you get the money in your hands. So as long as I have support around me, I do good. You know, I have bills. I try to get the bills out the way first. But I want to get to the point to where I'm just living life like everyone else. And it's kind of hard nowadays because, you know, you go in the public around people and they kind of look down on you. Sometimes you get that feeling that people's always looking down, like your clothes are dirty or you're not shaved right. You got to fit in. And basically, I think most of us fall in this category because we want to fit in. You know, if I could take something back in the days, I would take school more seriously. I would not care about what people thought about me. I would go and succeed and be the most successful person I can. That's what I believe. Knowledge is really power, education. You can't accomplish things in life without it, but that's definitely a clutch for you. Yeah. Okay, you have any questions?
Of course, Lyndon. Can you tell me, did you, how was your childhood?
My childhood, we grew up kind of poor. I was staying across Fletcher in apartments. Mom and dad always fighting every day. You know, mom going for 2 days when they get into a fight. So father had to take care of me and my two other siblings. I have two older sisters, and one's 34, one's 31. They're now doing successful. They don't do drugs or anything like that. Currently, what I feel like my biggest hinder is child support. It's hard to accomplish things with it when they're taking out your check. You make $600, $700 and you're giving you $200. Town is devastating now. You know what I mean? The rent's $800, not including electricity. Yeah. So it's like nowadays, instead of one job, you need two jobs.
Lyndon, you said your drug of choice was crack.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what age did you get hooked on that?
I want to say I started crack about 3 years ago, so I say about 27. Yeah, and it's the worst thing I've ever did in my life. I choose everyone to don't even try it, don't play with it. It's not something to be played with. It makes me, when I'm on it, it makes me see reality more realer. You know what I mean? You see your clothes, you just see yourself. Yeah, it makes you do stuff that you don't, that you don't see yourself doing. Yeah. And it's like I do stuff that's out of my character, basically, when I'm on it. So if I had one thing to fix, I would fix that. I wish I would never touched it.
Where are your parents?
My parents are currently here in Tampa, born and raised. They reside. No, one of my parents is in New York, Rochester. My mom is down here. She just received her disability. I was gonna call her and get a few dollars from her. That's a little poor. You know, you always need your family. You know what I mean? No matter what age you are, you're gonna still need that support. Somewhere to go take a shower, someone to go check. You know, make sure they're all right. It's good to know that people care about you. Because at one point in life, I thought people didn't care about me, and that made my stress level even worse. On top of the child support and being homeless. So having all those things to deal with, going homeless over the child support, I had to stay in the hotel, the Palms Inn. It basically it put a lot of stress on me, and I'm not the person to deal with stress. I'm impatient, so the first thing I turned to was drugs, smoking spice to fall asleep in the middle of the night, waking up, hoping the police don't wake you up. You know what I mean? It was just like, it just got harder and harder. After the spice, after a few years, you're looking for something to keep, to keep your mind elevated, basically. So being in this place, in this little place, I hope big things for it. I hope someone donates money to them and help us out for real. Help us get better clothes so we can go on better interviews. Help us get better tents, beds. Because a lot of people out there need help and there's no help out here. I went to Metropolitan Ministries and they said they don't help men. I don't know who helps men. Salvation Army's always full. Right now, I'm in between jobs, so I have no income. And it sucks. It's hard to keep your medications on you. You know what I mean? When you do need them. People getting disability, it takes them 2 or 3 checks just to get into an apartment. You need the first month, the deposit, and electricity on before you even move in. Where are they supposed to go to then? It's like, it's a lot of unanswered questions. But you have to have enough sense to know the difference, for real. Everybody's not bad people, you know what I mean? Some people just struggling, you know what I mean? And I noticed in life, we're all gonna struggle. You're gonna struggle one time in your life. I never thought I would be here. I was at the last one and I stopped doing drugs. And I got an apartment and got a job. But within them last 7, 8 months, the decisions you make will definitely, pros and cons, it'll definitely take its toll. I had an apartment, a 2-bedroom for $1,050 on 109th in Nebraska, and I was there for 10 months. I thought I had some friends that I could move in and try to help, like someone helped me, but their attentions wasn't the same as mine. They was just looking for a place to lay their heads. I was looking for a place to come up, take their money and pay my bills, but it didn't work that way. I ended up getting kicked out the apartment. Since then, I've been living in my storage. Yep. Never thought I'd live in a store. It's like some Will Smith movie. That is my role model. Pursuit of Happiness is my favorite movie. Yep. I love movies. I love Netflix. I watch a lot of Netflix. But like I was telling you earlier, now with my habit, it was harder for me to keep a phone. Like I would sell it when I get high, you know what I mean? If I'm not high, I'm not selling my phone. Then when I come down from the high, I'm like, yo, I needed my phone for this job interview, for this application. So that's a lot of people's problems.
Can you tell me how did you try your first crack?
My first try of it, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was working at the Tampa club and I had a girlfriend. She was about 50 years old and I was like 27. And I love this lady, for real. I wanted to help her. So every day I would come home and give her like $40, and then she would still go to the streets at night and go chase it. And I didn't understand, I never smoked it before. I would smoke spice. And then, they say you keep going to the barbershop, you're gonna get your hair cut. So I eventually went to the barbershop. She was like, sit down and just try this. She had company over, this guy, one of my friends that I thought was a friend. And I tried it, and it's like, ever since then, I just couldn't stop. It's like it turned me to somebody else. Every time I do it, it turns me to a different person. It's like, say you're thinking about cooking, but you're trying to wash clothes. All you're gonna do is wash clothes. You're not even gonna worry about the cooking part no more. And the cooking part is your life, for real. So, I don't know, it just takes its toll on you. You have to be really tired of it. Like now, I think I'm to the point where I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being dirty, tired of waking up with no money. I'm just tired, for real. I don't think people understand until they do it, because I didn't understand, for real. I don't want no one to do it. It's just like, why would someone create something like that? It's like cheese to the rat. Yeah, unfortunately.
Where's your kids?
My kids are here in Tampa. I do have communication with them every now and then. I haven't seen them in 8 months because I'm not currently paying child support. I have no income. So with me and my baby mom, our relationship is like a money thing, you know what I mean? She wants money for me to see my kids. But my kids love me. Hopefully they get to the age where they know the difference. I took them to the fair. I did a lot of things with them. They're very beautiful. Joy and Justice. I'll give a shout out to them. Yeah, man. Them kids, honestly, I believe the kids need to be with their mother. You see what I'm going through. I have to make myself better for them. You know what I mean? By the time they're 18, I want to be able to have a car ready for them and stuff. Like, I'm always going to be there. Like, they got to grow. Like, I had to grow. My parents were there in my life till I was about 10. So hopefully it'll make them stronger, you know what I mean?
What do you mean till you was about 10?
Till I was about 10 years old, my mom and dad split. They went their own ways. So my dad, he had the kids. He made the most money, basically. That's how the courts had it back then, you know? Do I feel like it played a toll in my life with having split parents? I actually think it made it better because now you got a stepfather and you got a stepmother. You have more people you can go to for advice and answers. And I'm just now to the point where I'm talking to my father about stuff like this. You know what I mean? I was always scared and thinking I was still a child. But, you know, he doesn't judge me.
So you never told your father you were homeless?
I told him recently, and you know, he said, go to your family. You have a lot of family out there, Lyndon. Go stay with one of them. So I have a lot of family I can stay with, but I'm not the type of person to hinder myself amongst other people. You know, everybody got their own problems. I don't want to be on a person's couch. I don't want to sit in the house. I'm always like doing stuff, you know? Like now I just took out the trash in the compound for free. I don't get paid for that. You know, I could have jumped up and went somewhere else looking for a job. But I believe in productivity, positive energy. You know, that's what I'm doing a shoot right now. I believe in helping others, you know? I wish everyone was that way, because if we all help each other in one way, we will not be in this boat.
What does the future hold for you?
The future holds for me, I'll be a small business owner one day in Tampa, Florida. I will be able to support my kids, help them get started in business, hopefully. I know I'll be working. I'm going to work till I'm about 68 years old, and I'm 30 years old, so that's about 38 years of working. And I just know right now I'm a worker, and I need to put my time in. Right now, this is a speck, like the sand, it's a speck of sand out of my whole life. I have plenty of years and months to go, and I won't go through this forever.
All right. Thank you so much, Lyndon.
Thanks, sir.